Okay, there we go. Now I have the creepy hair on. I look like the kind of guy who sits in his rocking chair on his porch with a shotgun and tells kids to get the fuck off his lawn. Anyway, hello, Ponderous Sprocket. I've read your unbelievably long comment, and this is my response. But before I get to that, I should probably let people know what the fuck I'm even responding to. Over a year and a half ago, this wonderfully dim-witted person named Ponder Sprocket made an animated video collaboration towards one of my videos. And it was a video I did on comic book artists and comic book writers who unfortunately need to kiss the ass of mainstream society when it comes to their creative works, in the sense of having to sell out when people whine too much about their individualized interpretations of characters in comic books and their different approaches to storylines. Apparently this Russell the Jimmy of this Ponder Sprocket person and their friends, to the point they thought it would be amusing to make an animated video collaboration that I watched all of about 5 minutes of and turned off when I just couldn't bear the stupidity anymore. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that was a gigantic waste of your time. If you wanted this to be like put up on a pedestal and appreciated, it really wasn't, because it was a magnanimous waste of your time, energy, and effort. But it popped up in my inbox once again. I decided to try to give it another go last night and watch the whole thing. My opinion hasn't changed. It's still stupid, and I think that your points are just recycled and had nothing for the most part to really do with what I was saying, because you seem to have missed the point entirely. So I leave a comment on an addendum comment they make on their video, which went as follows. This is what they had to say. I also forgot to make note of this when writing the script, because I'm supposed to give a shit that they wrote a script for this or something. I guess that they want to be next in line for Steven Universe's fucking auditions for script writing. If you take a look at their art style, oh yeah, there's no way this person isn't a fan of that mind sludge. Artists have to kiss public ass on a daily basis, and they made sure to bolden daily basis because it needs that oomph and emphasis that I don't care they're putting in there. It's how we make money. Sure, there are a select few out there who have their work become popular enough on its own merits that they can effectively do whatever they want, but those individuals are few and far between. To which I said that's idiotic, because there are thousands of artists in this world who have done their own thing to great success, and to sit there and sublimate all of their own work because you feel a little ashamed that your personal works don't get much acclaim at all because you're wasting your time with this YouTube response crap animation. It felt like a big projection, really. So they responded back to me after my comment, and I'm going to read it and respond to it here. But let me point out to you, a lot of the points that they're going to make are just mental gymnastics to try to twist their own words back into their favor. And a lot of this has barely shit to do with what I was trying to get across. So let me try to embolden what I'm trying to get across here in front of my audience of 22,000 plus people. And I'm pointing that out for a reason. I'll get into that in a little bit. XD, what am I talking about? Well, for one thing, I'm not talking about mimicking the styles of other artists over creating and advertising your own, as you so claim I am, and thus argue against here. Yeah, you are. With a comment that vague, what the fuck else was I supposed to infer from it? For real. The number of artists who have made it individually is piddly when compared to the number of artists who are still trying to do just that, and it's this difference in numbers that I was referring to. That still doesn't work, because that's not reality. The number of artists in any different kind of medium of art that have made it because of their own individual merits is huge. Look at people like Banksy and shit. All that guy had to do was start drawing his stuff on the sides of buildings and shit, and now people want to buy his art pieces for anywhere from $300,000 to like $1 million a pop. Look at all that obscure shit that people like Andy Warhol did. Oh, but those are different mediums of arts. And if I don't use that handicap in my argument, then I guess, oh no, I'm wrong. Sorry, I didn't mean to burst your bubble, but you're wrong. An artist doesn't just randomly become internationally recognized for their work. Yeah, they do, actually. There's no fucking set process to who becomes popular and who doesn't in this world. If people are grabbed, people that are fans of art or even people who really aren't, if they're just grabbed by somebody's work and it speaks to them, then yeah, that person can become extremely popular randomly for their work. It takes a hell of a long time for that to happen, and during that hell of a long time we have to make money, and we tend to do that by advertising our skills and drawing things that other people want to buy. Well, I'm not arguing against that, but you were making the implication that you need to copy exactly what the fuck other people's work looks like and what it is, simply because people are too stupid to appreciate your own merits or something, so you need to kiss their ass in order to gain only material success, which sounds really conceited and shitty. For instance, if I'm going to a comic book convention, I'm more than likely going to sell prints of popular Marvel or DC characters than I am likely to sell prints of my own characters without spending years working up and accumulating a base audience. Until that audience is made, I make more money selling prints of what's popular. And again, I wasn't arguing against that at all. That wasn't even what I was arguing for, against, or even anywhere near the scope of what I was talking about. So why do you need to throw this in here just to twist your fucking mental gymnastics and your words around to make it seem like I'm the idiot when I'm pointing out the fact that it just sounds like you're only after material success and you're in kind of the wrong medium for that if this is your approach to it. Until that audience is made, I make more money selling... Okay. In essence, kissing the ass of the consumers. Well, if you're going to admit that all you're doing is sucking up to them so they can give you their hard-earned cash and money, it's no wonder why you haven't really gone a whole lot of places yet. That doesn't mean I don't use my own style or sense of humor in my pieces, but it does mean that I draw the characters I know will sell based on their respective popularity. Okay, again, that's not anywhere near what I was saying. I'm saying that it's a little silly that people like you want to sit there and defend a status quo constantly and don't seem to understand how that's futile and stupid and is why you're not being financially benefited by doing so. But it seems to me that this concept goes completely the fuck over your head because you don't want to grasp that reality. So you just throw in all this bullshit that has nothing to do with what I was saying. And to be really honest, it's funny because in a lot of responses that this person has made to other people, this is exactly what the fuck they do every single time. And it's annoying. You can find other responses people have made back to this person and some of the other collaborators that they had in their video, and they'll all do the same fucking thing because apparently they just can't be wrong. Which is funny. Really funny. Furthermore, larger companies have become popular and have more popular characters because they've existed for longer and therein have had more time to expand on stories that will interest a bunch of people. Well, no shit. When it rains, people get wet. You have to start somewhere. And I know that's what you're pointing out, but I'm not so stupid I don't realize that, so why the fuck are you pointing this out? Where did I even bring in companies and shit on this? Companies pertaining to these larger stories also tend to go through a lot of different artists and writers over the years. I'm going to say this because the whole thing is bolden. Individual artists can't turn into various writers or artists, nor can they spend 60 plus years creating an entire universe with various comic titles. We kind of need to eat at some point, mate. That's what a day job's for. And to be honest, you're just really showing what kind of real dedication that you have towards your craft. I'm a musician. Most of my life, I've dated artists because it's easier for artists to understand the kind of futile, almost, struggle it is to become a successful musician. It's just on par with trying to become a successful artist. It's an uphill fucking battle. So really, you're telling me that I don't understand that hard work and dedication will get you to where you are, and you're telling me that I don't see that you're not really 100% willing to put that in there because you're willing to admit that all you're doing is selling out to the lowest common denominator and kissing your consumers' behinds because you just want their money. That's not a good approach to a business. That's a really shitty, disingenuous, half-assed, and really loserish approach to a business. So rather than sit there and whine and complain and fucking lament that it's people like me holding you back because we just done get it as to why your financial success ain't really financial success, take a look at your fucking approach to what you're trying to do. I mean, I pointed out in my original comment, actually, no, let me read the next section in this because it'll really tie into this, and it'll tie into what I said at the beginning of this. Regarding the comment section, honestly, what do you expect? Oh, what a shock. The people who actively follow this guy are like-minded and subscribe to his manner of thinking and beliefs. Who would have ever guessed? By that logic, one could say the same thing about your own comment section. Well, yeah, but there's a reason why you only have 718 subscribers and I have 22,000 plus, bordering on 23,000. I don't waste my fucking time sitting there trying to think that I'm always right. You do. And people can't get behind that. Not only that, but whenever my comment section gets full of differentiating points, you can tell when your comment section does. You can't because it fucking doesn't, because all your comment sections comprise of are people patting you on the back going, yeah, you got him. Nothing personal, kid. That's all it is. It's stupid. Nobody's sitting there actually telling you, dude, this guy has a huge fan base compared to yours. Not only that, he's kind of an asshole, and you also might be wrong. No, they just push you to do something really ridiculous, like respond to somebody who knows that, I mean, in this particular circumstance, I know that I'm right. I'm sorry, I know that I am. I've been around this shit long enough. I may not be an artist and the particular facet of art that you are, but with musicians it's the same thing. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm saying, and it's ridiculous. You know, you're sitting there throwing integrity out the fucking window, saying it's totally fine to do that, and I'm not in my right to say that sounds really disingenuous and stupid. Come the fuck on. But when it comes to the comment section, yeah, all your fucking cronies do is just pat each other on the back and say, yeah, it's okay, he may have been right, but you're still right. What the fucking fuck? Your comment section is a safe space. Alright? Mine can be a fucking war zone sometimes. And I'm alright with that. I'm not going to sit there and encourage everybody to think exactly the same, and I have never done that. If people have a differentiating opinion from what I'm saying in a video, or what I'm saying in a comment, or whatever, that's their right, and I allow them to do that. Unless they're being a trollish asshole and they're just throwing insults to everybody, I don't delete comments. And it's by that fucking reasoning. By that logic, okay, anyway, here we go. Additionally, I kiss ass to make money so that I can do my own art. What? Just do your own art. So now it's money that's holding you back from being successful. Okay, first it was the fact that people want to look at what's popular first that's holding you back from your own art. Now it's money that's holding you back. No, you know what's holding you back? You. Your incessant need to be material about everything is what's fucking holding you back, kid. And I will call you a kid because I watched your video and you don't sound like you could be much older than like 20. You know, I'm sorry to be crotchety old man here, but I'm damn near 30 fucking years old. I think I've lived through a couple more experiences and been around the block a little bit more than you. You know, I'm sorry, I don't have the time to fucking blow mom and dad's disposable income on a fucking Wacom tablet and $90,000 of tuition at an art school that can't even give me an accredited degree that I can't get any jobs with so I can whine about it at a later date. Oh, I've never had those experiences with people before. Which is the reality of art school, I hate to say. Additionally, I kiss ass to make money so that I can do my own art. I'm putting emphasis on all the words, by the way, that they've boldened. If I want to work on my own comic books, which I do, obviously you're a little bitter about it, I have to make money to buy food and pay rent in the meantime, as well as, you know, printing costs and shit. Then why don't you get a fucking regular job? I get this money by drawing commissions, meaning that I get paid to draw what someone else wants me to. Well, that's fine. And they go, kissing ass. No, that's not kissing ass. That's doing a job. At this point, you've taken the burden off me, and now you are referring to that as kissing ass. It's almost like I totally trolled you into showing me what your real motivations for art were. Because I'm fucking, sorry, kind of a master troll, and I can do that. It's pretty easy. All I had to do was piss you off enough to write this long-ass comment, and now you're fucking totally projecting your own attitude towards your hobby, which you obviously have a lot of bitterness towards, which I think is just fucking hilarious. I get this money by drawing commissions, alright. But that's funny to me, you know, you get all of your money by simply doing commissions. You don't have a job, you don't have any sort of meaningful employment. If you actually got off your ass and got a real job, you'd be able to make all the money you needed to facilitate your hobby. Where do you think I pay for all the shit I do my music with, okay? Where do you think I afford all my fucking MIDI controller keyboards and shit that are about $140 to $250 a piece? Alright, where do you think I afford my guitars, which are anywhere from $400 to $1,000 a piece? I mean, in the next few weeks, I'm going to be buying a brand new mixer for my shit that's going to cost nearly $950. Where do you think I get the money for this shit? It just doesn't come out of thin air. I don't just get it from commissions because that'd be fucking worthless. I don't mean to brag, but when you have an actual meaningful job that isn't just sitting around doodling shit for people, you can make a hell of a lot more. Ugh. As an artist who does make my living off my art, and by doing just that, or here, fuck, I can't even read your writing anymore. Or I just can't read because I was kings or something, I don't know. As an artist who does make my living off my art, and by doing just that, you can kindly go fuck yourself. Well, I'm so insulted by the unemployed person who sits on their couch drawing pictures all day. I am going to deconstruct your shit. And that was kind of gross. I apologize for that. I am going to I am going to deconstruct your life to the most base element. You're a loser. You don't have a job. This is not what I consider meaningful employment. If you have this level of bitterness to it, if you have this level of, you know, you almost have like a fickleness to it. Like you really don't sound like you enjoy it. Yeah, I have to kiss their ass because that's the only way they'll give me any fucking money, okay? Fuck you. You could relieve all this pent-up anal frustration by, fuck, just work a part-time job. Then you'll make all the money you need for your art supplies. And I'm not even saying this to be a condescending asshole at this point. It just doesn't make sense for you to sit on your fucking rear end and work for every other $150, maybe $200 commission, but I'm sure that you'll embellish that because you can't be wrong. You know, there's more to this too. Ah, poor baby. Did you not like that people have a hobby that involves debating people on the internet and therein make videos pertaining to that hobby? Son, I've been around on this website since 2006. If that really anally frustrated me, I would have folded up this channel a long fucking time ago. Don't make videos, don't you make videos ranting as a hobby? Well, yes, I do. Obviously, you're not as experienced with this as me because you thought it was a smart idea to go against somebody who actually knows that they are right in this particular topic and has now just squashed your commentary here like a bug under my fucking heel. Like I said, there is a reason why I have an audience of damn near 23,000 people and you don't. When you sit here and obviously lose your shit over just a comment, and you show what your real motivations for your hobby are, people don't want to get behind that. They go, wow, this person is a real self-interested asshole. Not only that, but they're really disingenuous, and they're really smarmy and condescending, and they're really just really shitty. There are people who are like that, who get great success, unfortunately, on this website. I wasted my time over one for about 6 years. Everyone knows that. But at the end of the day, even a motherfucker like that will provide some sort of meaningful entertainment to people in their other endeavors, whereas you don't. Because this is the only shit you do here. I mean, for fuck's sake, you named the video, Ew, it's someguy827. Who would want to watch that? Ew! Why am I going ew? You know, why do I have to sit there and then watch your bullshit, your Steven Universe fucking tier bullshit, to understand why somebody has to go ew upon viewing my content? Nobody wants to fucking sit through that. I mean, good lord. Ugh. Oh, please enlighten me on what some of your other hobbies are so that I might tell you why they're stupid and a waste of time and blah, blah, blah. Well, okay, I'm a fucking musician. Which is why I know the futile struggle, as I said before, of the uphill battle of trying to become a successful artist. Music is another form of art. It's just the same shit. It's just a different medium of art. The struggle to try to get it out there and successful to people is exactly the motherfucking same. You know, for someone who purportedly wouldn't listen to a word stated here and thinks it's such a waste of time, I find it a little funny that you'd take the time to write such a lengthy comment on a video that's, what, 2 years old? So what? It popped up in my fucking feed again. I figured I'd give it another chance because I watched only 5 minutes of it the first time. Do I not have the right to do that? Ugh, I hate allergies. Making my eye all gross. Essentially, just to say you guys suck at being artists and animators because of reasons. No, I'm sorry. I didn't give vaccines to your babels. I pointed out why I think that your points suck, and that's exactly what I've done throughout this video. And now I will say, yeah, you guys actually do really suck at being artists and animators. You need a lot of work. I hate to break it to you, but many of the other animators on YouTube that have actually gone places and have thousands and hundreds of thousands, if not a couple million subscribers, are at that point not because, you know, they've got some big financial backing. It's because they're good at what they do. They don't waste their time doing this shit. People want to see what they have to create. Not only that, they have a sense of humor that wasn't pulled from a fucking kindergartner's garbage can and is just the equivalent of holding a loogie up to the screen and going, hey, it's funny. No. Sorry. I mean, if you're really going to base my argument down all the way to you guys suck at being artists and animators because of reasons, while writing, and bitch at me, by the way, for writing a lengthy comment, well, writing a lengthy comment yourself, and then they wrote another one after this. It's hypocrisy at level red right there. I mean, it just invalidates everything you just said, so what was the point of even including it? By the way, this video isn't animated. I do those too, so I should know that. I don't care, so, okay. Like, you're just now doing... When people add shit like this into comments, it's almost like a fucking text version of a nervous laugh. Like, yeah. You know, like they just know they need to stop but can't. And they post another one. Hi, I'm back. Okay, woo. I don't give a fuck. But I'm responding to it, so I give maybe a tiny bit of a fuck. So they can take that tiny bit of a fuck and then they can just run with it as far as they want to, because it's in their own ad revenue's best interest that they do so, since that's really where their heart is at. Someguy827 recently commented, which brought this video to the forefront of my mind again, and I realized something else I neglected in the original arguments. You know, I'm getting the impression that you really didn't think this shit through the first time. You just went and did it on kind of a knee-jerk reaction. I don't know why I get that feeling, but I do get that feeling. Someguy827 states that he's always wondered why artists have to sacrifice their artistic integrity and kiss public ass when somebody whines about, oh look, they look too slutty. Now, here's the thing. In this instance, he's referring to the design changes for Harley Quinn in the New 52 and the various individual artists who have drawn her since the new design was implemented, and not all themselves at the inception of... Okay. Implemented are not all themselves the inception of said changes. You need to take a fucking writing class, because that shit is tongue-tying my brain. If some of those artists were more fans of Harley's original design, would they not be then sacrificing their artistic integrity, or else what they want to do with the character for the sake of what DC says they should be doing? Would they then not fall in line with the fans? If all artists were to individually keep their artistic integrity and visions, would they then not have to draw their own interpretations of each character for every issue they work on, thus creating a disparity between issues and the varying circulating artists? What if an artist working on a Spider-Man book thinks it would be more engaging if he was a more racially diverse cast and they draw the characters of different races? Would that be okay because they're catering to their own artistic vision? That's happened, asshole. There's been a black Spider-Man. Not only that, but what the fuck are you talking about? Now that Suicide Squad has come out, I think that that's a really shitty artistic integrity, a shitty portrayal, in my own opinion. Other people might like it. I don't like her particular portrayal of Harley Quinn in that movie. Other people do. And that's their fucking right. I don't think that people should whine too much about it. I tried not to whine about it. My biggest whine was that the movie was just ridiculous. It was just Assault on fucking Arkham live action. Tell me that I'm wrong. Oh, please tell me that I'm wrong. I don't get it. I don't get why this shit matters so much. You're basically making what I said sound like an artist has to draw characters different in every single... I never said that. Not only that, you were so butthurt by this that it's just a giant block of text. There's no indentations. There's nothing. It's so impossible to read what your point is here because it's just this big block wall of stupid. I mean, so they go on. I mean, Sophie Campbell has an idea to draw Swamp Thing with a black field protagonist. Does that mean that if she's contracted to work on the book and isn't allowed to go ahead with that design, she's sacrificing her artistic integrity by conforming to the demands of the company that contracted her? Yeah, she is. She is. I mean, if they want her to do that, that's on them. But if that was her original vision, and that's what she wanted to do, she has to sacrifice that artistic integrity to go in line with what the company wants. Is that such a hard concept for you to fucking grasp? I mean, are you short-circuiting on that information? It's not that big of a deal. To be honest, nothing that you pointed out in this shit is any big of a deal. So why did you point it out in the first place? Of course, I'm sure that I'm going to get a fucking huge, just a book of why I'm wrong. That's not going to make any fucking sense. And it's going to flip and flop on itself more than Hillary in a fucking Republican orgy. Ugh. Gross. That's an image I did not want to give to you. But this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, of course, they're going to have to do it. They can always draw their own individualized interpretation if they obtain the rights to do so. And that's happened. But of course you can't make that point because then you just point out the fact that you're wrong. Again. Herpaderp, you can ignore me now. I've been working on Prince non-stop tonight and I'm sleepy, so I needed something to argue to take my mind off drawing Supergirl. Oh my god, I'm so hurt. This person's living a more fulfilled life than me. They are selling Prince. Oh god, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go up against the person that does something that thousands of people on even DeviantArt do. I don't care that you're drawing Supergirl. Like, what the fuck? Why were you pointing this out to me, too? Oh no, they sold some commissions. Oh, whatever shall I do? Anyway, that's pretty much all I've got. Like I said, this whole exchange has kind of pointed out to me a little bit of what your real motivations here are. Not really much of it is a hobby. It just sounds to me that you want to make some quick, easy money. And you're bitter at the fact that your own shit doesn't do that. So you're making this large retractionary statement saying that, yes, I have to do it because that's what the fans want. Okay? I have to kiss their ass to make money because I make all my money through commissions. And I'm not supposed to look at that as kind of pathetic. That's all you make your money through. Plenty of artists have a day job. I have a day job. So, what's your excuse? That's probably going to be just really tongue-tied and impossible to follow, but what's your excuse? Anyway, I'm some guy on the internet. I am happy to be back, I guess. I'm happy to have started this off on a good note again. I know it's been quite a long time. It was about a 6-month break there. A little bit of an explanation for that. Not only did I need a break from YouTube, I just needed to do that. I mean, you go 6 years fucking goddamn non-stop. Holy shit, you need to slow your roll a bit. Obviously, I'm in a new location, relocated apartments, moving and all that other stuff. Not only that, I also kind of made the mistake of shooting almost a year's worth of video content because I want to do weekly uploads in the span of about 3 fucking months. So I've been taking all that time to edit and stitch and put all that shit to fucking together, scrapping all the crappy takes, keeping all the good ones, that general kind of crap. That's where the fuck I disappeared to. I will never do that again because that was way more of a headache than I figured it would be worth. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm some guy on the internet. That's where the fuck I disappeared to. You motherfuckers are amazing people. Thank you for being here over the years. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. And just to stomp just one more time on this person, I love the fact that when you guys put comments on my videos, that they're differentiating opinions. They're not just, yeah, you rock, you know. You don't just kiss my behind. You don't just massage my ego. You have an opinion. It may be different from mine. You're all individual. You're all unique. It's humbling to have a fan base like that. And to be really honest, sounds like they're a little bitter that they don't. Anyway, I think I've shit on this person efficiently. I'm some guy on the internet, so are you. Take it easy. See you later, guys.